This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by FreshBooks Online Invoicing. The Oklahoma House of Representatives just approved an amendment to the Constitution that would get rid of affirmative action. Okay, so
that's their state constitution.
Their state constitution, yeah. Just to clarify that.
Yeah.
So Representative Sally Kern from Oklahoma wanted to give us reasons for why they decided to make that amendment, okay? We have two clips of her explanation. Let's start off with the first clip where she explains that women don't make as much money as men because they don't work as hard.
Another thing we hear, and we heard about what women make. Well, you know, they make 77 cents on a dollar less. Well, did you know there's a study by Dr. Warren Farrell that when you take all variables into account, for example, actual hours worked, experience, work hazards, commute distance, and performance evaluations, for the same work, women make more than men? You see, women usually don't want to work as hard as a man because, I mean, now wait a minute, now listen to me. Women, hang on, women tend to think a little bit more about their family, wanting to be at home more time, wanting to have a little more leisure time. That's all I mean. I'm not saying women don't work hard. I think women
they just don't want to work
very
as hard.
So don't take that the wrong way. But that's factors you have to keep in mind. Okay, women like to be willing to have a moderate work life with plenty of time for spouse and children and other things like that. That's all I meant, okay?
Yeah, she's a beauty, this woman. I mean, she's ridiculous. I like what she says, don't take that the wrong way. What is the right way to take that?
Now, women, they don't make as much money as men because they don't work as hard. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't work. You just said that they don't work as hard.
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking? As soon as people are, you know, start giving her a little crap about it, all of a sudden she starts backpedaling and she tries to explain herself, except when she attempted to explain herself, she just made an even bigger fool out of herself.
Yeah. No.
Well, yeah, they don't want to work as hard because they want to take care of a family and they want to do, you know, they want to raise their kids and they have to think about all this stuff. Yeah. Wouldn't you argue that because they have to consider all of these things, they work even harder?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that she doesn't draw that conclusion, how does she get elected? How does somebody somewhere vote for somebody like that?
It's Oklahoma. Okay,
No, but
look.
forget that it's
you know what? I'm sorry. Oklahoma, I know we probably have some viewers from Oklahoma, but every single time we do a disastrous story about some sort of domestic policy happening in Oklahoma, in a state, it's always Oklahoma. Earlier this week, we did a story about how the state Senate in Oklahoma passed legislation that would allow a life sentence for someone caught making hash.
a life sentence.
A life sentence for someone caught making hash, which is essentially a more concentrated form of marijuana. It's a paste form or a paste substance. And really, you're going to waste your state's resources on putting these people in prison for life? They have no logic. They have no reasoning. We have more of this clip. So let's watch more of this clip. It'll prove more of my point.
You talk about discrimination. There are 59%. Our colleges are made up of 59% of women, only 41% of men. And most of those, a lot of those are, well, I'll just stop there. There's more women in college than there is men. A thing just came out the other day that said for the first time ever, women with advanced degrees have passed men. So there's all kinds of opportunity there. All I'm trying to say is we live in a nation that gives equal opportunity. We should not expect equal results.
Yeah.
Well, that point made no sense.
Well, but what she's
like,
yeah.
Women are going to college. More women are going to college than men. More women are graduating with a college education. They're still making less money than men. What are you guys complaining about?
Right, but also, I mean, you cannot, forgetting what her point may or may not be, you cannot ignore the fact that she says we live in a nation that gives equal opportunity. Because here's what we do. We live in a nation that does not give equal opportunity. That's the only correction I would make to that statement, except just put a not. It's ridiculous. And she's arguing against affirmative action. You know, I talked about it in the last hour, and people talk about it for years and years. There are reasons to argue against affirmative action. I happen to agree with it. I think it's a great thing on balance. But it's a great thing because we live in a nation that does not give equal opportunity. And her bottom line is ridiculous, and her way of getting to it is worse.
If you're a freelancer or running your own business, you probably don't like managing your invoicing. FreshBooks is an easy-to-use online service that takes the pain out of invoicing. It will literally save you time, get you paid faster, and make you look professional. With FreshBooks, you can easily create and email invoices that your clients can view online, save as a PDF, or pay immediately with PayPal and most other payment systems. Features like automated payment reminders, time tracking, and their mobile app make invoicing easier than ever. The best thing about FreshBooks is that getting started is completely free. Sign up for a free account and send a few invoices. FreshBooks likes TYT so much that they're giving away a birthday cake each week to someone that signs up from the show. All you have to do is create a new account and enter TYT in the How Did You Hear About Us section. And no, it doesn't need to be your birthday to win.